Defoe and Eric E-Dog Lindgren.
That was the battle of the semi-young guns.
And in the round of 16, Seed got past Scott Fishman and the Fish Tank.
Scott wasn't that unhappy. He bet on Huck Seed to win the whole tournament.
Scott Fishman, one of a number of great players here, reduced to spectator status as our field of 64 has been pared down to 8 survivors.
Maybe not.
Lines at 1,500 and 3,000 here between Seed and Greenstein.
And Barry's got an ace-3 offsuit, which again should be a raising hand for Barry.
Seems like he raises every hand.
That's his style. Barry is an aggressive player, especially when he has that button, and he raises here. Makes it 9,000 to go. Huck's got a pretty good hand here, 10-9 of hearts. I'm sure he's going to call.
Seed does, in fact, call. Flop comes deuce, 10, jack. Pair of 10s here for Huck Seed.
And Barry's missed.
Huck checked.
Not going to stop Barry from betting again.
No, he bets 12,000. And on the 10s, Huck calls.
Huck must love his position right now.
Turns a king of diamonds.
He doesn't like that king.
Huck quickly checked.
Barry might be able to win this pot here with a bet.
King, jack, 10 deuce with a couple of clubs.
And, boy, he bets 25,000. Is this what they refer to as trying to buy the pot?
But he's not going to buy it from Huck Seed at this point. Huck calls. Great call.
And the river's a king of spades.
Is Barry going to fire that third bullet? No.
Check, check. Huck Seed takes the pot to take the lead.
Huck Seed played that pot very well.
And Catherine Tappan is with the player Huck defeated in the round of 16.
I'm sitting here with Scott Fishman, who is very anxiously watching this match with Huck Seed. Scott, are you guys good friends?
We've been somewhat tight for a while, but I got a lot of money riding on this. My net worth will go up substantially if Huck wins the whole thing. So that's the real reason why I'm sitting there. I mean, he took me out, you know.
Well, let me ask you something. Did you have that money riding on him yesterday when you were playing him at the table?
Actually, yeah. In the pool, I picked him to beat me. So I don't know if that's why I got knocked out. But no, I mean, I had a feeling that he was one of my favorites, him and Antonio, to win the whole thing. So,
Scott, how could you pick against yourself?
It's kind of like hedging, if anyone knows what that means. Basically, if I go on and win, I'm going to win $500,000. If he beats me, then I still win a lot of money. So it's like win-win.
Scott, thank you very much.
It's only a win-win if somebody wins.
Yeah, what happens if Huck also gets knocked out?
It's a lose-lose.
A king 8 for Greenstein here.
18,000.
Why
And
should I stop raising?
Per usual, he raises to 9,000.
Uh-oh.
Aces for Seed.
And Barry has raised at the wrong time here. Huck Seed has numero uno, the best hand in Hold'em.
He raises up to 29,000.
Barry immediately lets his king 8 go. Huck shows us his aces one more time. We saw him the first time, Huck.
Huck Seed runs his chip lead to nearly 2-1. We'll be back right after this. Play the NBC Sports Heads Up Poker game with your Verizon Wireless phone now. Click on Get It Now from your Verizon Wireless phone and find it in the Fun and Games category under Featured Applications. Welcome back to the home of champions, beautiful Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, home of the 2006 National Heads Up Poker Championship.
Heads up.
Now getting back inside of the single elimination Heads Up Poker action at our featured table, James McManus versus Chris Ferguson. Blinds up to 2,000 and 4,000 here, and McManus with suited ace-7.
He is not going to raise here. Barry Greenstein would have been betting his house on ace-7 suited. He's going to give Chris Ferguson a free look at the flop.
Oh, and that's a heck of a free flop. Queen, tray, queen.
I got him again. Jeez. Twice in one turn.
And Jim McManus says, I got him again. I think what he's saying is I have aces again. And Chris checks.
Check.
Mr. McManus with his fictitious aces. Maybe he's writing another book of fiction here.
10 of clubs on the turn.
Chris Ferguson with his 3 queens.
He's got to get some money out there at some point. He bets 6,000 here.
And he hopes that Jim McManus really has aces. Jim McManus is thinking about maybe representing that he really has aces. He doesn't think that Chris has a queen. He might be thinking of stealing this pot, which is unusual for him. He is seriously thinking about making a play here. If he does, it's terrible timing.
I don't really have them.
McManus folds.
I know.
And Chris says, I know you didn't have 3 queens. I had 3 queens.
You're not telling me anything I don't know.
I almost tried to represent one of those.
Kind of unusual for Chris Ferguson to show his cards.
I'm here now with Mike Sexton, and Mike, you are the only player here at this tournament who has played both Jim McManus and Chris Ferguson. How do you size up this match?
Well, they both beat me when I played them. Chris beat me a year ago, and Jim, of course, beat me this year. And it's a different style. They have different styles of poker. Jim's the kind of guy that likes to play a much more conservative game. He likes to call on the button a lot. He doesn't re-raise before the flop a lot. Chris, on the other hand, is the opposite of that. He doesn't calls very rarely. He's always attacking. He's always raising. He's always putting pressure on you. So when you play against a guy like Chris Ferguson, you're going to be forced to gamble more than you would be against a Jim McManus.
We're going to take advantage of your skills as a poker commentator here. Who do you see as the favorite in this tournament?
Well, I like Chris Ferguson, honestly. I think he's got a good shot, and I like Daniel Negreanu. But I think Ted Forrest will get by his match as well, and he's a terrific short-handed player. So, you know, there's some real quality left in this tournament. Let me tell you, you are going to have a great champion. Doesn't matter which one of these guys win, and it's going to be fun. I see the match out there now with Huck and Barry Greenstein. I mean, there's another terrific matchup. These are really great matchups, and there's going to be a great champion. Doesn't matter who wins.
Mike, thanks a lot for joining us here.
Okay, my pleasure. Thank you.
And by the way, Catherine, what are you doing after the show? How about going ballroom dancing with me? You look like the Hilton sisters.
Barry Greenstein has a roughly 2-1 deficit here to Huck Seed, and Greenstein raises on his king 10. Huck calls on suited king.
That's the 6th straight. You want to be a poker commentator, son, you got to get the cards right. Ask Friar Tuck back there. He'll tell you got to get the cards right.
Sorry. Flop is deuce, tray, queen, a pair of trays for Huck Seed.
Can I get a new partner out here?
Greenstein bets 15,000. Huck calls and raises. Check raise for Huck Seed.
Wow. Huck Seed is really playing this match. He check raised with a pair of 3s.
So Barry Greenstein folds the hand, and Huck Seed takes down the pot.
Well, when I'm at my best in poker, I don't really let results bother me. You know, I try to play the game, and if you get unlucky in a hand or something bad happens, I try to just be calm and analytical about it. If I make a mistake or if something unlucky happens, I try to just shake it off, you know. So that my mellowness helps me shake off, you know, bad stuff.
No bad stuff in this match. I can't even imagine Huck losing it at a poker table or even making a mistake.
Well, he's not making any mistakes in this match for sure. Here's Barry Greenstein with a pair of 3s, and he's going to raise again.